Man, I gotta ask, bro. How was last year in the sporting world for you? Because I know for me, man, it was amazing, but it was bittersweet because like I had told you, my dad passed away in
Mm,
2019.
I'm sorry,
We
man.
uh we never missed a game, a Ranger game, never,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yep.
we caught every game on TV. We've been to that stadium. We probably went 4 or 5 times a year. Uh,
Yep.
I still haven't been to the new stadium.
Yeah. It's
I've
awesome,
had a
man.
hard time because he passed in 2019, and obviously
Yeah.
2020 is when it opened up,
Yep.
so he never got to see it.
Yeah.
Um, but man, whenever the Rangers won the World Series, man, I have a son. My son just turned 1,
Yep.
and I'm just looking at him. I was like, dude, you didn't put in no work. Like
Yeah,
you
man.
didn't put
He
in
got he came
no
in at the right
struggle.
time, didn't he?
No
Yep.
struggle years. He
Mm.
first year he's born November 14, 22, and obviously
Yep.
last year they won. I'm just like, man, I'm just looking at him like, man, you
Amazing.
have no idea what I've been through. So
Yeah,
what
that's
was
right.
that like for you, man?
Amazing, man. Amazing. Like a huge Rangers fan. I remember the 2 years that the Rangers went to the World Series. I was at the ALCS where Nelly had the walk-off home run to put them into
Yeah.
the World Series. Man, I remember game 6 still gives me PTSD, man, when the Rangers were one out away 2 different times
I
from
hate
being World
talking
Series
about it.
champs.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too long ago, man, I was in St. Louis speaking at something, and man, the next day, me and a couple of buddies, we caught a game where the Cardinals play, and so man, I remember walking into that stadium, and there was like a dark cloud that just fell on all of us because we're all from Dallas. And we are like, dang, this is where it happened. It's like PTSD, it's like this is where game 6 happened right here in this
Yeah.
stadium. But all that to say, this year, amazing, man. So like, the last game to win it all. My wife had fallen asleep. Our little ones were already in bed, but me and my 12-year-old daughter and 17-year-old daughter, we stayed up. We watched the whole thing. And bro, when it ended, dude, we loaded up the truck and drove to Dick's Sporting Good that night, man. And dude, it
Wow,
was
you
even
were
like
one of
the
them.
after party, bro. It was like people were chanting Rangers. They had all the World Series champion stuff already that night. We were buying stuff, spent way too much money, but it was almost like, but that was it, dude. Like I wanted to create a memory with my kids that they win
Oh
forever
man.
because like you in the sporting world, you can't take that for granted. You never know.
No,
They may
man.
never win a World Series again. Or now my thing is, man, I pray that there'll be a dynasty. You know what I mean? I pray that we'll win many more of these
Right.
things coming up, but you're not guaranteed that. So man, baseball was good. Basketball was rough. I'm a huge Mavericks fan. The year before, they showed out by beating the Suns, and it's like, and then man, missed the playoffs this year. We'll see. At the time of this conversation, Luca just dropped 73, so
Yeah.
we'll just see. And then on football, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a huge Dolphins fan.
I saw
We
that.
started out hot and heavy this year, man. We were sitting in the 1 seed, and
Yeah.
then injuries caught up to us and fell apart at the end. But we'll see, man. We'll see what the future holds for the Dolphins. But man, I'm praising the Lord for those World Series champions, Texas Rangers. Come on, yeah,
Man, we went through the good years and the bad years together because when I was coming up, I think my first game that I went to was probably 99. So it was like the Juan Gonzalez years. I
mm-hmm.
think I
Mm-hmm.
remember they were playing the Red Sox, but I was like 7 or 8 years old at the time. And ever since then, we just made a tradition. And then
Yeah,
obviously
I
I
love
got
it.
older, so I would take him to the games.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man. Actually, if you ever have time to look it up, you could actually go on YouTube and type in Tommy Jackson tribute to where he was
Mm,
on life support. And I had
wow.
reached out to Woody at the time, the
Yeah.
manager, and
Yeah.
so he responded, and they shouted "Dad" out on TV during the game.
Wow.
It was like the third inning of the
That's
Seattle game or
amazing.
whatever.
Yeah,
So
I'll
we're
go
in the
check that out.
hospital. Yeah, man, we're in the hospital, and he's on life support, and then they do that, and it's just like, and they say it could
Mm,
be their last game together and all that, and it was a beautiful thing, man. Like just
wow.
to have that come full circle for us was just
Yes.
amazing. Like it
That
was
is
it,
cool,
was- it
man.
was perfect. It was perfect. And then
Yeah.
this past year, like I made a reaction video too, and I was holding my son on that last pitch, and I just lost it. I'm just like, like
Yeah, dude.
all the
Yeah.
memories just came back, and bro, like
Uh-huh.
It was amazing,
Yeah.
man. And to be honest
And
with you, ever since he passed away, I've been following them, but I
yeah.
kind of, I didn't even have the contract, so I couldn't watch it on TV. Um, but I would kind of keep up, and even earlier that last year, I would kind of keep up with the scores. I'm like, okay, they're doing all right, they're doing all right, and
Mhm.
then they kind of blew it at the end where they blew
Mhm.
the. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, here we go. And so they won. They won what, 8 in a row or 7 in a row or something like that in the playoffs. And then
Incredible,
I saw
man.
the I
Yeah.
saw the matchup in the World Series, and I'm like, this could happen. Like this could really
Yeah,
happen
man.
this year.
Yep.
And then it did. So man,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it was a
incredible,
crazy
man. If
year.
you think about they won every single road playoff game and World Series game, man. They were
Right,
undefeated on the road. That's insane. Yeah.
crazy
Team
man.
of
It's just
destiny, man.
for sure. And like I said, I looked at my kids, and I'm just like, y'all have no idea. Like y'all
Yeah,
have
yeah,
no
they didn't
idea.
put any work for that.
Yeah,
That's
especially
I've
my
been a
son.
Dolphins fan my whole life, and haven't gotten to see them win the Super Bowl. So
Right.
still praying, man. Yeah,
Hey, I like the Dolphins. I like a lot of people, a lot of players on there.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins, especially like Jalen Ramsey.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure,
yeah,
man. Yeah,
yeah, man. That's
yeah,
somebody I want to get on here and
yeah.
talk to about faith because I know he's real
Yeah,
big in his
Tua
faith.
Tua's a believer.
Tua
Tua
too.
is a
Yeah,
believer.
a
Yeah,
lot of the people on that team.
yeah,
But
man.
yeah, I was rooting for him too. I was actually pulling for the Dolphins, so because I
Yeah,
didn't have a dog in the fight anyway. So
yeah, right.
I was
But yeah, keep rooting for him, man. Yeah, there's plenty of room on the bandwagon. Add them to your prayer request sheet. Yeah,
for sure. So
yeah.
man, one last prediction, man. We got the big game coming up. Who you got?
Yeah, man. Gosh, dude. It's tough, man, because like after the Dolphins got beat out by the Chiefs and the first round, I was kind of all in on the Texans, just being here, man. Even though I'm not a Cowboys fan, I like the Texans.
Hmm.
And then it was Detroit. I was like, man, they've never even been to the Super Bowl
Right.
and then when they bounce out, so I don't know, man. Like it's hard for me to root for the Chiefs because they're in the AFC. They bounced us out. We got Tyreek Hill. What they did to Tyreek. And man, they just won it. I don't know if I can stand watching. Another shot of Taylor Swift in the skybox. So I'm going to just go on. I'll go with the 49ers. Brock Purdy. I like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy he's a legit believer, man. He
Yep.
was heavily involved with his BCM on campus. There's videos of him during COVID, shelter in place, leading Bible studies for his teammates and his BCM and stuff. So, which is, his Baptist collegiate ministry on campus. So Brock Purdy's the real deal. I'll go with Brock, man. 49ers.
I,
Let's do it. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, man. I actually had reached out to Brock before too,
Yeah.
to his people, but I know they're in the middle of a season, so
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
a long
Yeah.
shot. But yeah, man, I think I'm on your boat. I think I would like to see them to finally get one because it's like they're that team that's always there. They actually lost to the Chiefs
Yeah.
what 2 3 years ago, something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, there's a lot of people on that team that I root for too. So yeah, I'm on your boat. I'm gonna go with the 49ers as well. I'm gonna go with the 49ers.